Be honest, I'm trying to talk about First 48. I think I need all the youngins that's going crazy out here in the street. I think we need to tell them to watch the First 48. Tape it. Have their girlfriend tape it, their mama, their daddy, their grandparents, whoever they with. I think we need to have them watch the First 48. If we can get the youth to watch the First 48 for I'm gonna say a month. A month too long for real. Yeah, man, if I keep hitting in, I must be doing something. So if you hit from this line. Yeah, I feel like if we get them to sit in the crib, I don't care what y'all got to do, if it's y'all nephews, y'all kids, and y'all taped or T-bowed or whatever, First 48, make them watch it. Even if you can get, because I see YouTube, they starting to make people not, they don't let you forward stuff no more, like forward the links. I don't know if that's because people just trying to keep they footage on their page or whatever, so they got it to where you can't share stuff kind of no more. But First 48 it's kind of like, how you tell a person something like, listen man, do your dirt all by your lonely, or if you do dirt with somebody, they can snitch on you or do this or do that. Instead of you telling them that and they just hearing you say it, now people will see how important it is to show, you'll see how important it is to show examples. See, that's the thing I like to do. Instead of just talking, you know what I'm saying? Because when you just talking to them, it seems like you're just gossiping. So for me, I always try to show it by example. Show them an example, and then, you know what I'm saying, even those that feel like, oh, my brother ain't gonna tell on me, my cousin ain't gonna tell on me, my best friend just like my brother, he ain't gonna tell on me. And then you see a lot of them specials of the First 48, plus people in real life that that happened to, and you show them that and tell them that, or let that person tell you, hey, this my brother. My brother told on my mama to save his own self. So if you let them do that, I think we can probably get to them better. I understand trying to dance with the kids and make TikToks. You know what I'm saying? You parents be mindful with these TikToks, because now they allowing them like the commercials, them pop-ups or whatever, and it's sending them kids to porn sites and everything. So I don't know if y'all aware of that, you know what I'm saying, but be mindful of them TikToks with them kids, to where they just saying, give me your phone, mama, give me your phone, daddy. And I notice a lot of people need the break. I understand, you know what I'm saying, you going to work, you wore out from work, whatever you got going on, you wore out for having these children all the time. But I mean, that come with being a parent. And now you're just giving the kids your phone. These kids is learning they know how to unlock your code. You know what I'm saying? They and a lot of y'all ain't even told y'all kids that y'all code. They have been sitting on the side of you, just watching you the whole time. And you unconsciously knowing, like, damn, when I came back, I thought my phone was locked. You know what I'm saying? Now these kids, nowadays, a lot of these kids, they sitting back just on the side watching everything, SpongeBobbing. So they see you put your code in, As soon as you set your phone down, they going to your phone, going in it. So it's like you seeing it. I was watching something, I think it was like a reel or something on here. And it was like the baby was like 1 or 2 years, well, I'm gonna say 2 years old, but was with her auntie or whatever. She went in the auntie wallet, you know what I'm saying? She went in the auntie purse, went in the wallet, took the money out, you know what I'm saying? Took the money out, stuffed the money in her little, you know, because she had a little dress. So you know how the kids have on their little dress, the little girl. And she stuffed the money in there. So they just go to show y'all all this, all they kids, they not listening. All they kids, they not paying attention. Y'all have to stop that. Y'all have to stop that. I always knew from 2 to 6 years old is the most a brain is going to consume as a child throughout life. So it's very important at that 2 years old to 6 years old, if y'all want them children to learn a lot of languages, get them on top of it right then and there. If y'all want, whatever y'all want them to do, that's productive or going to be productive in life, start them on it from 2 to 6 years old. And hopefully it'll keep their attention, because that's another thing. We got so many different, it's so much stuff that just throw us off. It's so many distractions. You know what I'm saying? There's so many distractions that everybody now their attention span is low. You know, a lot of videos you making in 30 minutes, 20 minutes to an hour. Them ones that say an hour, too many people ain't clicking on them. Unless, you know, quarantine time and you bored, you in the crib, and you might click on it. But a video that got 1 minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes on it, it do numbers. It do crazy numbers, because the attention span is so short. Everybody waiting on the next thing. They want the next fix. It's like, it's just everybody in a rush, you know. But yeah, I really just feel like that's something I would love to do, you know, to get all us as adults to basically force these kids to sit down and watch First 48. Hey, come here for a minute. Because, you know, they ask for permission. Some children, they ask for permission. Let me run outside. Could I go outside, Mom? Could I go outside, Daddy or Granny or whatever? Yeah, before you go, let's sit and watch this right quick. And I want to see what they reactions. You know what I'm saying? I wish that can be a TV show, you know what I'm saying, of just seeing the reactions of these children when they watching the First 48, because it's graphic, you know, stuff happening, and put theyself in them people's shoes, because you're going to identify with other people. There's no way around that. You're going to see they dress like you, they look like you, of every ethnicity. You seeing Spanish, Caucasian, you seeing melanated black people, you seeing us. You're going to see everybody on the show. Ain't no discrimination on that show, which is ironic, because a lot of people only want to show the mishaps of the impoverished people. You know what I'm saying? But on this show, you seeing everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's a guy going viral right now here in Chicago. 2 young brothers was trying to come in the bank on him. They got the full mask on with their gloves, and he had his bang on him. Shorty pulling on the door, let me in, let me in. He said, you gonna wait till I finish doing what I'm doing, because he already peeping the move. So I guess he called I think he said he called his sons or something to tell him where he was at, and he had his pipe on him. So he I think he said he upped the pipe on his way out the door. But when he upped the pipe, the other one went off to the car or whatever, which was going to be the getaway car. You know, because it usually going to be like that. 2 of y'all on the stain. One going to hold the door. One going to go in and rob the person or whatever. And it was crazy, because I actually was just caught in a situation like that in Miami. I go in a little bank. I go in the bank, ATM. It's an old man in there. He probably finna pay his bills or something, but I ain't gonna lie, he probably had about $5,000 just on the glance. That's me glancing at him. He had about 5 stacks on him And you know, older people, they don't be conscious of a lot of stuff. So he just got the money in his hand with the bank slip or whatever, or the bill that he was gonna pay or whatever. So I see some younger guys, you know what I'm saying? Now my people sitting in the truck, but I see some younger guys, and I'm like, damn, this look like it ain't gonna go right now. So the old man, I wind up letting him go before me. You see what I'm saying? Because I see he a lick, he a stain. You know what I'm saying? All they had to do is just, man, give me that and walk out the door. You know what I'm saying? Now that's even what I'm going to do is I always say you got to protect the women, the children, and our elders. You know what I'm saying? He probably was Spanish or Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? Did I put ethnicity to the side and feel like, hey, and then say, oh, he ain't no older black man, I don't care what happened to him? I ain't that type of person. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, my whole family is multicultural. You know what I'm saying? So I just see elder. And I'm like, damn, I hope it don't go down right now. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, that's one thing about traveling. You be in these Miamis and these LAs and Houstons and places with good weather. Well, Houston tripping on the weather as of lately. But being in these places with this good weather, and then before you know it, you know what I'm saying, you lay there, and soon as you get there, the first thing happen is what? You get there and a drop go down. You know what I'm saying? It's a drop. Somebody gonna take something or whatever. So, you know, I was just glad that it actually didn't go that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad that it didn't go that way. Man. But I seen the play. But the brother from out here that just showed that, you know, he was in the bank and them young guys was finna put the drop on him. And he said he told the little dude, he said, listen, man, because Shorty tried to follow through with it. Like, we ain't on nothing. We on our way in the bank. But dude knew it was BS because when he upped the pipe, he seen his homie run. You showed your signs of guilt. You only stood right there because you was spooked. You didn't run because you was spooked. You was startled when dude upped that pipe. So now you had a time to think, oh man, we ain't on nothing. I'm coming in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming in here to use the ATM. Now, homie could have really been, you know, could have just really took it there and be like, okay, now let me see you use the ATM. If you don't use the ATM, I'm about to pop you. You see what I'm saying? Because in the streets, that's just how minds work. You know, when you from the streets, your mind is just like, okay, I'm going to spare you because you just said you was coming in here to use the machine. But now if you don't come in here and use this machine, I'm about to get down on you. You see what I'm saying? Because you basically was about to do harm to me. So do that fall in the same lines as doing to others as you want done into you? You got to really think about it, you know? And they was young. He said he knew they was young. And I had to watch that clip again. But, because I know he was like, you know, now y'all mothers would have been upset and crying. Somebody done killed my baby, thinking they baby was killed for nothing. But y'all out here figuring robbing, quick licks and stains is the way to go. And keep trying to take from people that don't have no more than you. It's almost like I don't care what skin complexion they is. And I don't like I'm putting nobody in harm's way, saying y'all know where the money at. Banks, Brinks trucks, currency change, you know what I'm saying? Because people can get harmed that work in there. So I don't want to speak on that like that. You see what I'm saying? But y'all know where the money at. So it's kind of like, why even go that route? And I just really feel like this. These children right now, if you 21, 18 or up, or 15 and up where you can get a part-time job, man, you really can afford whatever it is you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be trying to do smash and grabs, robberies, breaking and entries. You don't gotta do none of that. That's a choice you making. And it's the wrong choice. And I don't know who y'all look up to. I don't know who y'all will listen to. I know y'all all over the internet. So I'm quite sure y'all done seen people done get their head knocked off. Y'all done seen them get beat. Y'all done seen them get tortured for stealing. And it's like y'all ain't learning from other people's mistakes. Because we knew just before right now in January, it was 200 or something more carjackings, right? Which was all on the news, so I know word of mouth. You know, the people that's doing the carjackings, you know they hearing about everything because they trying to see if they gonna get caught on the camera doing this jacking or whatever. So they in tune with what's going on the news, you know, or the word of mouth. We got to be careful. They got a hot spot. And then, you know, people in the city, they send out links and text messages. Hey, they doing a road check on this street. They doing a road check off the expressway. They this and that. Or they sending it text messages. Hey, don't go to this gas station. Don't go to that gas station. You know what I'm saying? They jacking the cars. For one, a person pulling up in the gas station, they trying to get gas. So you ain't even thinking. You so, it's crazy, man. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. And I say that to say, if I'm pulling in a gas station, I'm pulling in a gas station to get gas. So why would you try to jump in the car and drive off? Ain't no gas in it. So now you just got a robbery, you know what I'm saying, that due to your luck, you might get caught right there on the spot. So you done just jumped in a car, something that can be on World Dumbest Criminals. You done just jumped in a car and with no gas in it. It's crazy, man. And who not making? Because people try to criticize me all the time when I say get a job, and I say get a job is a stepping stone. Why you don't tell the kids to be entrepreneurs? You have to start somewhere. So to become an entrepreneur, you still have to gather some money from somewhere, or you got this entrepreneur spirit and you want your family gonna donate you a few dollars to start your business or something, then so be. But other than that, you can get you a job, part-time job, if you 15 years old, stack your money up, give yourself a 6 months to a year, don't spend nothing. You already know you living with your parents for free. You know what I'm saying? So you going to school and work. So you putting that money up. Just say at the end of the year, you can probably have you 30, 40,000, 50,000 in some cases with overtime or whatever. That's more than enough to help you start and fix your credit. At that point, for real, you can give your parents a break. You can pay your own college tuition unless you got a scholarship. You see what I'm saying? The children just got to be more interested in what's taught in school. So it's important that we take more jobs as teachers so we can change the narrative of, I just seen that they said they letting them opt out, Caucasian kids, they letting them opt out on not taking Black History course. Now that's crazy because we been taught their history our whole existence. And to be honest, I don't know, but I know for a fact I'm one of the children that was in 9th grade that told my history teacher, if she's about to teach me about Europe history and all that, European history, I don't want to take this class. I want to switch the class. Because the disciplinarian, Mr. House, he told me that, you know what I'm saying, if I had any issues with any class and I wanted to change semesters and change them courses, just, you know, let the teacher know. And I remember her letting me know at the end of the class, you know, when the class was about to change, she told me, she was like, you know, that was brave of you, you know, you basically not interested, and to force that on you is wrong. To force it on us is wrong. So I know she was like a militant teacher, Black Panther days or whatever. I knew she was well knowledgeable of that, so she understood where I came from. But in that case, she wanted me to stay in her class. So she said what she would do is just give me separate assignments. Those the teachers we need, meaning she basically was bringing me books from her house, to read up on. So, that allowed to help me be more knowledgeable. And I just always felt like you hear about these kings and queens and Mansa Musa, and he, created the money system and took so much gold and diamonds and everything around the world to where is that's what made the British and all them even come looking for him to try to take it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, well, who is this dude giving all these riches and doing all these trade embargoes and dumping all this money every place that he go? So let's see what else he got. This where the taking come in at. But I'ma still just go back to it, y'all. I think we need to sit our kids down, at least them 10-year-olds on up, and make them watch First 48. I understand not want to instill fear in your child, and you want them to be brave and all that, but that's to be taught. You can put them in karate school, you can put them in boxing, you know what I'm saying, to learn how to fight and defend itself or herself, and I always speak from experience because that's what I've done with my children. You know what I'm saying? Karate school. So when you were here, my daughter fought 3 girls and beat them all up. They 3 tried to jump on her and all that because she dressed nice and her hair long, and she whooped all 3 of them. You dig what I'm saying? That was my choice to do that. Even though they really didn't like it, but it helped them in a time of need. So the crimes that's being done now, it's no fear in them. So they did that one show called Scared Straight, you know what I'm saying, which was a good thing. You know what I'm saying? The Scared Straight film was good. I mean, the TV series was good, but I think they done took that off. But the clips that flowed around from TV to the internet, I make sure I always send them to my sisters and my brothers, you know what I'm saying, and let them show them to their kids, or I send them to my own nieces and nephews, and just let them know, like, you want something out of life, work for it. Wanting to have everything everybody else got, or keeping up with the Joneses, they done whatever it was they needed to do to get those things. Sometimes, people will take it offensive if you asking them how they bought something or how they make their money, because, I was raised like that. You never ask a person how much something costs. That's tacky. You don't ask them how much nothing costs. You compliment it and keep it moving. But in today's society, if you say, hey, man, it's not polite to ask nobody how much they paid for something, you just acknowledge that you like it and keep it moving. Now, I tell you, I got it from this store, or I had it made, or whatever, and a person shouldn't take that like you stunting on them. You're really giving them some game, you know what I'm saying, on how to approach life. You can't walk up on them, oh, that's sharp, how much you pay for that? Now you pocket watching, you know what I'm saying, because in today's society, you don't know what's coming behind that. Oh, you got money to pay $1,000 for a pair of shoes? So where you keeping that $1,000 at? Where you keeping that money at? So now you got a person that's trying to trail you, or somebody trying to rob you right on the spot. Strong arm. I speak on all these things, and I call it the days of me being a coward. I don't give myself credit for strong arming, snatching purses, snatching chains, the genocide, gang banging, shooting our people, and I don't give myself credit for that. So I renamed it and said the times of my life of me being a coward. That way I instill in myself that I would never feel braggadocious of none of that wrongdoings that I was doing. So that way, when I am talking to these children, I'm talking to them from experience. You know what I'm saying? I was the chain snatcher, the purse snatcher, the truck buster, the car thief, the gang banger, the poison pusher in the hood. I done everything, every step, of doing crime. I've done it. And I'm not proud of it. So as a man today, I'm supposed to be able to stand up in front of thousands of people and let them know that. That's where I come from. And you open up question and dialogue to say, well, why was you doing that? And it's like, listen, my mom, a teen mom, you know what I'm saying? I might want shoes every 2 weeks. I couldn't get shoes every 2 weeks. I can get shoes every 2 months. I didn't like that. So I gravitated to the kids that I seen walking around fresh. You go to them, man, how y'all getting this money? Man, we bust the trucks. We hit the freights. What's busting the trucks? What's busting the freights? 18-wheeler trucks. When the 18-wheeler trucks stop at a light, we run up to it. We got a lock cutter. We pop the lock, take the boxes, whatever it is. If it's soap powder, sometimes it be clothes, it be shoes, it could be TVs, because it's then when you jump on the train tracks and bust the freights, you got guns, you got TVs, you got stuff to that nature, you know what I'm saying, on the freights. So when you able to jump up there and take that, now you get money. You see what I'm saying? Now you can make some money, because once you lay there and do that, you that's where you gonna know that, okay, this feasible for me. All I gotta do is jump behind this truck, bust it. However many boxes I get is mine. It might be chips in there. So even if it's food, you go into the house and you bringing food to the crib. You know what I'm saying? You bringing food. So your mother and your father, or whoever you living with, they, you know what I'm saying to they self like, hey, what you doing is wrong. But then they can't turn down these chips or this soap powder or soap or tissue, napkins, the stuff that you would take off the trucks, whatever you was bringing in there, shoes. They gonna get their size and be like, hey, don't be doing that. You can get caught up. You can go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Make a better decision. But when you think from 10 years old up to 13 to 18 to 21, or I'm going to say from 10 years old to 15 years old, you want to play the video games. You want a lot of stuff. At that age, you want everything. You want everything you see. That's the I want. I'm going to call that the I want stage. I want it stage. At that point in time, you want everything you see. So, you know what I'm saying? Now you like, hopefully you get allowance, but your allowance might have been $5, $20 at the week, for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? But what you want candy Monday through Sunday. Monday through Monday, you want candy. But you going to school, somebody else always got big old bags of this and big old bags of that, and you just knew that they parents had jobs. Your parent might have been strung out, or your parents might have more kids and couldn't give up no allowance. I remember being a shorty and my friends, the projects would be empty. Everybody was going down south. You know what I'm saying? And you like, man, down south, like, what did that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, we going down south. And I'm like, we don't never go down south, or do we know anybody down south or this and that? And that was because majority of the people from Chicago would be from Mississippi, Memphis, Arkansas, Alabama, right? Because I never really heard nobody saying they was going to Virginia or Carolina, but we know that that's the South and Florida. So Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn. So now you sad, you know what I'm saying? Because projects empty, that don't seem right, because you know when the projects is up, there's so many people out there. Then when the summer come, your best friends is gone. So now you got to try to go hang with other people. You know what I'm saying? Or go stay with your daddy's side of the family or something. It was just always something. But you know, I'm glad that I turned out the way that I did. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely was in the loop. You know, I definitely was in the loop. You know, a lot of my good brothers dead in jail for life. You know what I'm saying? Or doing 50 years, stuff like that. A lot of them coming home, you know, that's a blessing, you know, to see them transition and see what they want to do now that they home. And what they say, yeah, cuz you was buzzing in Mississippi and Louisiana back in the day. Yeah, I made my way that way now. I made my way that way. Salute to whoever sent me that badge. Appreciate you. I see Instagram want to pay me now. I must be bringing some good content, huh? They ain't gave my blue check yet. Or somebody saying because I ain't gave them my ID. I don't trust them like that now. What y'all want ID for? Y'all want too much. To get a blue check, you got to send them your passport. Oh, man, it's too much drag going on for me. But, yeah, man, I just want to get these kids. I really want to, I want to pull that off. I want us to at least take a week, y'all. If we can take a week or a month to get these kids to sit and watch First 48, I want to see how they turn out after that. I feel like that really will work. I really know for a fact it'll work. I be sitting there cringing. I probably done tore the leather off my chair sitting there watching it, because I'm watching these so tough guys jump in the car, go put in the work, and then snitch on everybody. Look at the one I put in my story before I leave. This dude, for one, both of them snitched on each other. So that's the part I didn't show. So you know what I'm saying, or didn't say. So look at my story. The older dude, because it was I think he was 28 or 32. And the shorty was 18. You know what I'm saying? So the older dude was supposed to say he was driving. They got into it with some dudes leaving out their projects. They chased the car down. They get the bumping at the car, and one of the guys died. Soon as they get caught, the older dude, because the projects told on them, they snitched. They said, everybody, they told. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, you can live in poverty, but you don't want to live in poverty in fear. You don't want to feel like when the lights out, you might get raped, you're going to get robbed. You don't want to feel like that just because you living in poverty. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to feel like because your mama's side of the family got money, but you living in the projects with your daddy, and your mama be sending you new clothes and stuff like that, that soon as you go out the door, 6 girls ready to jump you and take it from you because you done got your hair done or whatever, or you got new Jordans on, so the guys want to take your stuff. You know, so you're going to always have a majority of good people than bad. So if people know that, they won't do a lot of wrong stuff. But they not letting their mind think like that. Like, who really want to see you snatching somebody's purse? Who want to see you shooting somebody? Who want to see you robbing somebody? Because you're going to identify with that as being a person, a human being. The same thing that's happening to that person, you feel like, how would that make me feel if the shoe was on the other foot? Would I want these people to just be sitting here watching, filming this wrongful doing happen to me? Because everybody doing that now. They not running up trying to intervene. You know what I'm saying? They just want to pull out their phone. The phone thing help in the long run in some cases. You know what I'm saying? But to the extent, if you're not really seeing a weapon, you can kind of sort of intervene. Even if you scream, stop, help, police, somebody call police. As soon as you say police, that's kryptonite to a criminal. He running. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he was trying to, so even if he snatched the chain, she was able to keep her purse. She was able to keep her phone. You see what I'm saying? So the chain might be gone, but at least she got her purse. She don't got to go to DMV, get her ID over. She ain't got to be scared now because this person got a purse and know the ID where she live. It's traumatizing. So we suffer with so much within our culture and treat our people a certain kind of way because of what we see each other do to each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's the problem. We see our cousins and our brothers do harm to the community, you know, but it's somebody in that family that's soft that don't want that. They ain't, you know, they don't want that for their friends. They don't want that for their family. So why don't they step up and intervene? You know what I'm saying? And say, hey, brother, I know you be out here and you do this, and I think you should stop that. You know, that's why they push religion on us, too, because they want you to feel something. You know what I'm saying? They want you to balance it out or feel like it's repercussions for your actions. You know what I'm saying? And ironically, it is. It's a lot of repercussions for your actions. You know what I'm saying? Some people feel like once they do their first bad thing, they already sin. So it's no, you know, so they can't be forgiven. But that ain't the truth. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you got to continue to do it, you know? And how you try to help is by telling the next person not to do it, you know? And if they want to know why, once again, show them examples. You know? He say, damn shame. Thugs only listen to real gangsters. It makes sense. It makes sense. You a thug, this a gangster, which can be the same, you know what I'm saying? But if the gangster, you know this gangster live what he talking about and you know he lived this, the thug should listen. It's always a proper chain of command. You know what I'm saying? It's always that. Like, I still listen to a preacher if I feel like he's saying something that I can gather something from. You know what I'm saying? But then as soon as he pull out that collection plate, he might lose me on his message, you know? But then I can't feel like that because that's kind of like, that's his job. He coming to work every day. Whenever he come do his sermons, he coming to a job, you know? So that collection plate just, man, it's something, man. You know what I'm saying? But once again, who am I to complain about the collection plate? Now, see, I'm teaching myself something as I'm just having a general conversation. I can't get upset about these preachers and pastors that's doing their job and then they pass around their collection plate because they are getting up. They taking the time out. They done changed their life. They reading this Bible and they want to try to articulate it and change it around some to, you know, instill something in you. You know, now, do I think it should be more black Madonna and Childs in the church? Sure. You know, I mean, the Nation of Islam, they done what they done. They laid, Elijah Muhammad laid the groundwork down for us to believe in ourselves and who look like us and 5%ers that we black man is God. And, you know, I'm not opposed to that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like I say, I just was teaching myself something about that I can't say that. I can't say they wrong for passing the collection plate because, once again, we go to these high-end stores. We don't ask for no discounts. We pay them whatever they ask us for with pride. But as soon as we doing business amongst each other, we trying to get a discount or we just trying to find out where they got their stash at so we can double back and take it. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy to wake up knowing somebody plotting on the next less fortunate person. It's crazy. But I just feel like as a child, I didn't think like that. So it's important for us to have these conversations with our children. And nieces and nephews, they say it'll take a village to raise a child. We all a part of that village. We all a part of that village. We losing young ladies at a rapid rate. They trying to set guys up for their boyfriends and baby daddies and cousins. You know what I'm saying? And then it don't go as planned. They boyfriend, baby daddy, or cousin wind up getting killed in the midst of it. Now the little dude knows she set him up and they knocking her off too. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to talk to y'all daughters as well. Stay out the loop of the hot boys. Stay away from the little dudes that's stealing the cars and running up in the stores, smashing and grabbing, taking the stuff out of there. You know, hang with another crowd or don't hang with nobody. Hang with your siblings. Hang with the ones that's doing righteous stuff. It's a choice. Or deal with whatever comes. If you choose to do the wrong things and run with the wrong crowd, don't never do no crying. Don't never do no complaining. Whatever happened to you and your immediate crew, deal with it. Simple as that. That's just how it go. Don't be looking for no sympathy. You know, I get so tired of seeing the crying and people timelines be looking like obituary factory. You know what I'm saying? Every day you waking up, somebody lost their life and this and that. If it's not something like a car accident or a health issue, you know what I'm saying? The caption read, "Oh, he was too young. Oh, she didn't deserve that." We got to stop it. We got to stop lying to ourselves. Because the person she tried to set up ain't deserve that. The person he was trying to rob ain't deserve that. I don't care if you think he a chump. I don't think if you care she a goofy and you got this gun and you can take something from her. You know what I'm saying? You ain't, even if it was strong arming, everybody tough when they got a weapon. That's coward behavior. Everybody tough when they got a weapon. They talk slick. They dissing you. They doing whatever because they got that weapon. Soon as they don't got that weapon, they ain't talking slick about nobody. Ain't said 2 words. Coward behavior. But I ended at that. Capone.